Hey everybody, Grasser back on the Unwitnessed Gaming Podcast here with my co-host Little Brewski. We are going to have a little discussion on Final Fantasy lore. We're going to start as a small series with Post ARR. Might talk a little bit of ARR and then we'll go from there. So Brew, why don't you introduce yourself, give yourself some socials, and we'll get started.
Hey everybody, Lil Brewski here. I'm back with our boy Craster, vibing up in this bitch. About to have some fun with some Yes, I did. Sorry, wife was harassing me. Let's get on with it, Craster, before she ranks me more.
Wow, getting harassed by the wife already. Hasn't even been 2 seconds since I clicked record.
Uh,
That's all staying in, by the way, for the viewers at home.
That's
Um, th-
fine.
this is real life we're dealing with here. Um, to get everyone started, just an FYI, we are gonna watch a video that was posted back about 5 months ago. It says now by Doctor Joker's gaming channel. Um, He's got a bunch of short videos, about 10, 15 minutes long, explaining different patches within Final Fantasy 14. Brew and I want to kind of get back into the podcast thing. I saw this and I was like, why don't we start small and we'll go from there. So this is where we're at. So we're gonna watch this video with you. Um, take Give us a minute. We'll talk about it as we're going on. We might pause it a few times. Um, Brew's got some stuff we're gonna talk about later as well, and we'll just see where the show takes us. So, Brew, if you're ready, I'm gonna
I'm
start
good.
streaming. So, all right.
Here, and I'm going to explain the entire Post A Realm Reborn story in 10 minutes. This includes patches 2.1 through 2.55. Let's get started. At the conclusion of A Realm Reborn, the patch stories begin with you helping Minfilia reconnect with her mother, who she hasn't seen since before the Calamity. Then, Alphinaud convinces Minfilia and the Scions to move their headquarters to the Rising Stones in Revenant's Toll, a town in the middle of Eorzea which is independent and neutral. Preparations begin for the move. Meanwhile, in Thornmarch, near Gridania,
All right, just to give a little context really quick, just so everyone is aware, everything that's happened already up to this point is you've been to and fought the ultimate weapon, everything like that's already done, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you've established your character as an adventurer, you've met the Scions, everything like that. We're skipping all over that because everyone's talked about that before 1,000 times over, and honestly, just go experience that part of the game, right? With the new way that they did the leveling system, just go experience the game. You'll be done with it within maybe an hour or two. It's really quick, maybe not that quite long because there's a lot of cutscenes, but maybe it's a little bit longer. But it's quick, it's a lot quicker now. It's really nice. Brew, what do you think? I mean, from 1 to 50, right? The level gap, it's not nearly the same anymore.
It's a very, very streamlined now. It I like the quest where they're just like, okay, we took out in the base story, they actually took out a majority of the fluff, just increased the experience gained for certain quests, and just pretty much made it more streamlined so the player can actually stay in a cohesive story versus having to remember 600 little micro chapters going on.
Yeah, you don't have a side quest for your My Little Chocobo quest anymore. Now that's just I mean, it's a side quest, but the game kind of directs you to go get it. There's little things like that where it might not be main story and it might be a side quest. They tell you to go get it or show you how to go get it, and if you don't go get it, that's on you, right? So, is there any other little quality of life like that they did in pre or at Realm Reborn before the post patches?
The other thing that I know they did, at least while we were both playing, was once you finish a certain quest within the MSQ and you reach level 30, there's a new side quest that basically tells you that appears underneath your main bar and just basically says, hey, go unlock your actual job for this class, please. Because it's a whole new set of quests. They give you abilities for your job and everything, and I damn near would say they haven't implemented it to be part of the MSQ, but I believe that they should unfortunately make it to where, hey, in order to progress past this quest, you have to do this one, and just assign you your quest.
Oh yeah, doesn't like some of the solo duties or whatever that happens, it kind of just like feels like you need to have your new job quest for the abilities that they give you.
Uh-huh.
Like, obviously it's doable, right? Like the level 30-ish stuff is doable without your job stone. Just makes life so much easier. You have other skills. As a DPS, you do more damage. Healer, you get more healing stuff. Tanks are tanky.
It's you're playing the game essentially on hard mode, and no one, not even you, benefit from not just picking up a job quest. And it's a disservice to the players, honestly, than more than anything. Because from 1 to 30, I would say is the introduction to the role, the job, well, the class, I should say, and then eventually you upgrade to the job itself, and that's really where from 30 to 90, that's where you learn to play the classes, pretty much dungeons, trials, etc., etc. But that's all extra stuff that doesn't really have to be described right now. Smile.
That's all good. But yeah, that's all the stuff that like the game teaches you up to 50, right? We're gonna continue to watch this now, but just to keep in mind, this is the 2.1 patches and beyond, right? So this is all post whatever happened in ARR. So, all right, let's keep watching.
Some of the Mughals have summoned the Mughal King, and they are acting as though they're tempered. You slay the Mughal King and find out that the Ascians were behind this. Afterwards, you meet a new Ascian named Elidibus, who wears a white robe and calls himself an emissary. He says Lahabrea's ways were wrong, and he intends no harm, but he does insist that Zodiark is the one true god. After this, Urianger says the students of Baldessian, a group of scholars allied with the Scions, have mysteriously vanished. Sometime later, around 200 refugees arrive in Thanalan who've sailed all the way from Doma. They are led by an Aura woman named Yugiri, who says that Garlemald razed Doma to the ground and the Domans fled here in desperation. Unfortunately, the Sultana is unable to help them in Ul'dah, as the syndicate that rules alongside her votes against it.
I'm gonna pause that real quick. That we just showed Yugiri just for a second. This is gonna mess up Discord in the stream, so just bear with me 1 second.
Oh no.
Alright, so Yugiri's shown here.
Uh-huh.
We're in 2.2, right? That's where we are right now. Were Aura's introduced in 2.2? Is that
No.
why no? Okay.
Well, no. Yeah, she is an Aura, but this was Square Enix actually teasing the Aura race before they announced them for. I think Happy had it on one of his videos about. It was one of the first American fan fests when they showed off Heavensward, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, he said, was speculating, was she a rat person? What was she? But they could definitely tell that there was going to be a big reveal about who or what she is, just because of how much effort was put into concealing her, her face.
Right. I mean, she's completely. You have no idea, like literally no idea. Like we know because we know, right? But like looking at her, those don't look like horns on the outside, on the sides there. They look like they're like ears being pulled back or something. You know what I mean? They could very well be rat ears. They could have been bunny ears, right? Now that we know that we have bunnies, male and female. Spoilers. Go ahead.
Funny enough, Viero was actually in concept were to be the first race added in. It wasn't supposed to be Al Ra at first. There's a little fun fact I found out a couple weeks back, actually. Viero were supposed to be the first race added to the game, the new one.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Makes me think. That's all. Just makes me think about what we know right now, right? That's the whole point of these series that we're doing, right? Is we're looking back from what we know now, where we are at the end of Endwalker, going in, waiting for 6.5, waiting for FanFest, knowing that we have everything up to female Hrothgar, and all the jobs that we have right now up to Sage and
Weepa
and Reaper. We have everything unlocked, but we don't know what the new jobs are coming up in FanFest in a couple weeks. Well, the one will be teased anyway, hopefully.
We just gotta pay attention to the shirts.
Yep, watch the shirts. But alright, we'll keep watching.
Unfortunately, the Sultana is unable to help them in Ul'dah, as the syndicate that rules alongside her votes against it. But Alphinaud secures a home for them in Revenant's Toll, where the demand for labor is high, and the Scion's new headquarters at the Rising Stones is now in use. At the Scion's next meeting at the Rising Stones, Y'shtola reports that she's investigated a series of crystal robberies that originate from the Sahagin tribe in Lenosha. The Sahagin are known worshippers of Leviathan, so you and the Scions partner with Merlwyb from Limsa Lominsa to try and stop the summoning. You fail to stop it and end up having to slay him using a massive sea contraption devised by Storm Marshal Einzar. Meanwhile, Minfilia observes everything from a distance, but more on that later. Later at the Rising Stones, news arrives that riots are breaking out in Ul'dah, so you travel there to meet with Alphinaud and investigate. He's found that the rioters are professionally armed, and the whole thing seems deliberate, not spontaneous. You track down the merchant who sold them weapons, but he's assassinated right in front of you. The plot gets far deeper when you meet with the Sultana and Raban. It turns out that a syndicate...
Hold on, I don't remember the merchant being assassinated.
You know, you and me both.
I went back and watched a couple videos because I didn't have time to replay the 2.1 through 2.5. But, like, I've played through the beginning of this game, at least through Heaven's Ward, at least 3 or 4 times now.
Good as I like to read that.
I'm pretty certain I don't remember the frickin'... Obviously it happened, right? He showed it. So I believe him. But I just don't remember that. Alright, whatever. My bad.
member named Teleji Adeleji is agitating these riots on both sides in order to convince the public that the refugee situation is out of control. Then he wishes to get the Carteneau Reclamation Bill passed, which would convert the wasteland at Carteneau to an asylum for all the refugees. But his motives aren't so pure, as it turns out that the destruction wrought at Carteneau 5 years ago uncovered an ancient superweapon called Omega that has been buried for millennia. Omega was an Allagan weapon, and the Allagans lived 4 calamities ago, which is approximately 5,000 years in the past. Anyway, if Teleji gets the bill passed, he will control the Allagan ruins, and thus control Omega. Moving on for now, Papalimo reports that the primal Ramu stirs but remains non-aggressive. You journey to the Twelveswood to officially make peace with Ramu, and he agrees to it after trial combat, which Urianger observes from a distance. Back at the Rising Stones, Urianger and Minfilia report on their observations. They note that when mortals die, their ether returns to the ethereal sea to be used again one day when new lives are born. But immortals work differently. If they are slain, their soul lingers intact for a time, then occupies a new host. The Ascians are immortal and are continuously reborn when they are slain, but Urianger and Minfilia believe that in between hosts, their souls may be trapped, and this could provide a means to permanently kill them. More research is needed, so in the meantime you have some quality time with the Domans. Next, Alphinaud sets to work forming a new grand company called the Crystal Braves, which are tied to no nation but answer to the Scions, and you help him recruit many of its members. After this, a caravan of supplies from Camp Dragonhead arrives in Revenant's Toll, but they say they were attacked by heretics. At Camp Dragonhead, Lord Horchafant says the heretics are led by Lady Iceheart, who you attempt to track down but fail. Back at the Rising Stones, Alphinaud has his inauguration ceremony for the Crystal Braves. Then news arrives that Kryl, a student of Baldessian and close friend of Minfilia, is reportedly still alive. As time passes, an Alamegan named Ilberd rises to become second in command for the Crystal Braves. One day he reports that they have a spy in their ranks known as the Ivy, so you chase a lead to Ul'dah and speak with Raban. Raban and Ilberd are old buddies and they catch up for a bit, then Raban agrees to keep an eye out. Back at the Rising Stones, Minfilia says that we need to get Ishgard on board to join the Eorzean Alliance, and Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Ishgardian Temple Knights, has requested to speak with you, so this meeting could be significant. You and Alphinaud meet with Aymeric and Horchafant at Camp Dragonhead. Aymeric politely declines to join the alliance, but instead promises to protect your caravans if in exchange you'll check on the Keeper of the Lake. He's referring to the site where Midgard-Sormir clashed with the Garleans 15 years ago. At that time, Midgard-Sormir and the massive Garlean airship known as the Agrius crashed to Earth together and haven't stirred since. You agree to these terms, but are interrupted when a messenger says Iceheart's heretics have attacked another caravan. This time, you successfully track her down and confront her at Snowcloak, where she tells you are misinformed. She says she does what she does for Hydaelyn, and her intent is to end the war between dragon and man. She somehow teleports away, then you are called to an urgent meeting in Gridania. At this meeting in Gridania, we learn that the Emperor of Garlemald has died, and we don't know the intentions of the new Emperor, Varys. It seems even more imperative now to get Ishgard to join the alliance. After the meeting, Ilberd says the Ivy is in Gridania at this moment, and with the help of Doman ninjas, you capture her. You return to the Rising Stones, and Minfilia introduces a visiting scholar, Moonbrida, who's an expert on aetheryte crystals and a childhood friend of Urianjay's. Returning to the site where Iceheart teleported away, Moonbrida is able to track her location to the Ak-Afa amphitheater, where you confront her again. This time, she transforms into the primal Shiva and you defeat her. Defeating Shiva reverts her back to Lady Iceheart, who again insists you don't understand the war you fight in, and again references Hydaelyn. Afterwards, Sir Aymeric and Lord Horsefant are very thankful for the crippling blow you've dealt to the heretics, but still won't join the alliance. Back at the Rising Stones, everyone except Moonbrida is surprised to learn that Iceheart was able to transform into a primal. More news arrives from scholars disappearing, and it's observed that all of them were studying something called the Rejoining. Meanwhile, at a private dinner, the Sultana reveals to Khan Isena and Merlwyb that she intends to step down as Sultana and let Ul'dah be governed by the people. Later at the Rising Stones, a crystal brave named Riol suspects something is amiss within the company, but more on this later. Lucia from Ishgard, second in command to Sir Aymeric, arrives saying their astrologians are seeing strange signs at the Keeper of the Lake. You head there and fight your way to the top, and to your shock, Midgard Sormir opens his eyes and speaks, saying Ishgard shall burn. He then removes Hydaelyn's blessing from you, and decides to accompany you via a miniature form of himself. Back at the Rising Stones, Minfilia is obviously concerned that you no longer carry the Blessing of Light. This is especially concerning because it's Hydaelyn's blessing that makes you immune to tempering, and is the reason you've been able to slay primals this whole time. But Moonbrida enters and says that white auracite can be used to temporarily store an Ascian's soul, which can then be destroyed by a burst of ether. You accompany her to northern Thanalan as she charges a portable device with ether from the land, but a new Ascian appears named Nabriales. He notices you no longer have the protection of Hydaelyn, so he goes straight to the Scion's headquarters. You rush back and arrive just after him, and he abducts Minfilia, but you follow him into a place called the Crystallis, where you defeat him and save Minfilia. Moonbrida tosses the white auracite and his soul is trapped, but you're unable to generate enough ether to kill him, so Moonbrida sacrifices herself to see the Ascian destroyed. The Scions mourn the loss of Moonbrida, and Urianger returns to the Waking Sands to grieve alone. Some days later, outside with Ida, a terrifying roar fills the skies. Back at the Rising Stones, Lucia has returned and begs the Scions for help, as she says that was the dragon's call to war. Meanwhile, we see that Lady Iceheart assists them. You and Alphinaud meet with Sir Aymeric, who introduces Ishgard's finest warrior, Estinian. They acknowledge that they don't really deserve help from other Eorzean nations, but manage to convince you and Alphinaud when Aymeric points out that if the dragons raise Ishgard, it's only a matter of time until the Garleans claim their land and expand their borders. Alphinaud then reports back to the other Scions, who then meet with the Eorzean leaders in Ul'dah to try and convince them. They are reluctant because of Ishgard's refusal to join them in the past, and give a lukewarm response, agreeing to send a few small forces. The dragons of Dravania then assault the Gates of Ishgard, also known as the Gates of Judgment. You and the small armies succeed in pushing back the assault, but the ancient dragon Nidhogg, crazy son of Midgard Sormir, was expected to make an appearance and never did. Back at the Rising Stones, Tataru requests some time off. After failing to learn the ways of combat, she instead decides to vacation in Costa del Sol, and you help her hunt for clams. After this, a crystal brave named Wilrid is murdered, and Riol is back with more suspicions. He believes Teleji is behind this, and that there may be a faction of braves plotting something. The Scions are then invited to a banquet in Ul'dah. At this banquet, Sir Aymeric thanks everyone for their help with the defense of Ishgard, but then suddenly the Sultana is assassinated. Even worse, you are framed for it, and all the Scions are arrested. Teleji paid off some of the braves to betray you. You and the Scions all manage to escape, but in the process, Roban has his arm cut off by Ilberd, his old friend, and Roban is arrested for murdering Teleji. The Scions are scattered, and ultimately, you, Alphinaud, Yugiri, and Tataru take refuge at Camp Dragonhead under Lord Horsefant, while the fates of everyone else remains unknown. Alphinaud is crushed and despondent, blaming himself and his arrogance for forming his own company. Aside, we see that Urianger meets with the Ascians in secret. This concludes the Post A Realm Reborn story, where things are really starting to pick up. Stay tuned to this channel. I'll be working on a 10-minute recap of Heavensward next. Until next time.
Okay. So, let's go back really quick. We're not going to play it, but let's see. Where do I go?
What piece were you looking for?
Ilbert.
An Alamegan
Sloppy.
named Ilbert.
Yeah, sloppy. All right. So first things first. He's an ass.
Listen, I'll agree. He's an ass, but I'll tell you what, the writers did such a great job in the coming time for his character.
Mhm.
They wrote him well enough to where the character liked him at first, and then when he pulled the whole coup d'etat, oh my god, people were like, you know what? I want him to burn. I want to see this man suffer.
There's so much that 2.5, looking back, there's just so much that 2.5 has shaped this game, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I realize everyone's like, oh no, Heavensward did it. No, it didn't. Heavensward doesn't exist without 2.4 and 2.5.
So funny enough, I actually didn't know, because I'll be honest, anyone can flame me. When I first played the game, I was a cutscene skipper. I couldn't be fucked to watch half of this stuff, to be honest, when I first played. I didn't know in 2.3 they introduced Omega.
Right? That's like 2 expansions later that's like a real thing, you know?
Yeah, like the Ascent of Heavensward is where, technically speaking, that came to fruition. And it's like, to have Omega just essentially, oh yeah, in the Allegan ruins, oh, I found something called Omega. It was alive like 5,000 years ago. What the fuck? Like, hello? Just casually say that shit in passing, so to speak?
And never bring him up again, by the way. All throughout Heavensward, as far as I remember, we'll have to watch some videos later, but as far as I remember, they don't mention Omega in any part of Heavensward except maybe the post.
Yeah, it wasn't until post Heavensward when, like I said, when Omega came back to fruition.
Right, because obviously we know he became the, him and, his thing became the raid series for Stormblood.
Uh-huh.
So, and not only that, though, Omega's referenced all throughout not Shadowbringers, Endwalker.
Uh-huh.
Even if it's subtly. So, because, I mean, it's hard to talk about the Elegans without talking about Omega, so.
I was gonna say, they basically are...
They
the
go
reason
hand
that
in
motherfucker
hand.
was imprisoned, yeah.
Yeah. There was some pretty hefty stuff. Obviously, we know from playing, right? Sultana's really not dead, right? I mean, we're just here to talk about what happened. We were framed.
Uh-huh.
They were jerks. We were framed. I don't know. There's just a lot of little things with this, like meeting the new emperor for the first time.
Varus.
Oh, let me actually go back a smidge. There. Varus. No, I forgot that I thought he wasn't named emperor until halfway through Heavensward. Because it's really weird. Once you get out of, like, ARR and you're going into the post, that whole chunk, there's just so much information there that you just lose track of where it actually happened.
Yeah, like if you're not noting stuff down, man, it's just information vomit after fucking information vomit.
So let's see. He's got this as Defenders of Yours is 2.3. 2.4 is Dreams of Ice. 2.5 is Before the Fall, and part 1, and then 2.55 is the part 2 of that. Huh. Trying to think. There was something else. Oh, and Moon Brita. I mean, Best Girl. Best Girl, right?
I fucking still to this day I can't forgive Square Enix for doing it like that.
I can't
Still to
believe
this
she
day.
had to actually die. I mean, it's set up for some emotional scenes in Endwalker, right?
Oh, absolutely, but still, it's like I get in their defense why they haven't done anything to the main cast of the Scions, but still to introduce, not even so much because I'm a Femro worshiper, mainly doing part to the fact that it was a character that's introduced that it threw Urianger off to have her in there, and it was cute to see those two interact. It was like, okay, we got a new member coming in, and then like a patch or two later, it's like, oh no, she's gone now, goodbye. What the? Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm not a fan that she wasn't around long enough for us to really get to know her, right? We got a good portion of getting to know her through the quest and
Yeah.
everything, but like it could have been better.
It really could. I would have personally. Because then you go in, you're tiptoeing on the border between Heaven's Ward and Stormblood. I could have had my way. I would have, since she's a. Because it said that she is one of the top researchers of White Aurosite. I would like to have seen her be the one that stays behind instead of Papalimo in that cutscene. Because Papalimo going into Stormblood would have helped immensely with the development of Lys. And it would have given him as a character more time, you know?
Yeah, I mean we could talk about Pombalina a little bit more when we get to the sad days of the Lala. But
I don't remember her sacrifice. No, I almost feel like a Mandela effect. I could have sworn to God she died by getting killed by by the Assi, and I didn't know she sacrificed herself.
yeah, she got injured or whatever, and then she used her life force for to destroy the ether. That's why she died. She used her life force to destroy the crystal. So, which is a little sad. Just a little sad.
Just a little bit.
Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop sharing the screen. We're going to stop streaming here. Alright, we're still live, but we're going to stop streaming that. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you share your screen. Because you were kind enough to pull up the patch notes. And we're just going to kind of brief over them, see what changes they changed then, see what they've turned into nowadays, and we'll go from there.
Alright, let's share my screen. We'll go with the patch notes. Oh, what?
Alright, can you zoom in a little bit?
How
do
do we
control and then zoom in? There you go. There we go. Much better, just like that. All
right. Yeah, so this is the patch 2.1. This is the base before all the little hot fixes and stuff. This brought us, because I looked over it a little bit. This brought some chunky amounts of stuff and at the time quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
So
we can skip through the quests. We don't need to go over them in battle in depth.
Nah. It's also I think
we got Hildebrand. Okay.
Yeah, this introduced Hildebrand.
So 2.1 we got Hildebrand. Okay. Good
yep, because there's the four quests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then here's a bunch of this is just telling you all the new quests that they added in and stuff.
Oh, that's go back up a little bit. Those first three, that's
housing, yeah.
The housing, yeah. So they introduced that in 2.1 then.
Yep. Cats and dogs. This one. Yeah, these are all the little tiny ones that we find when we go to Western Lenosha that give us the little cat and the dog, or the coral minion.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. Pharaoh Sirius. Okay. So these were the dungeons. Oh, there's the raid.
Crystal Tower, dear God.
That's...
For everyone watching now, if you haven't played this game before, Crystal Tower is actually really not a bad story, to be honest with you. The reason why we're kind of have a disdain for it is, it's all you get in Alliance Raid Roulette. So
And it's not unfortunate, but they made it main story. You need to do all of Crystal Tower in order to progress past a certain point in the Realm Reborn before you can leave the expansion. And for a lot of people, I'm going to speak for myself mainly here. I believe because there's a roulette that's separate called Main Story Scenario Roulette, which has the last 3 things you do in a Realm Reborn when you beat the base game. And I feel like they should add the 3 Crystal Towers to the MSQR to free up space to allow us to actually get some variety in the Alliance Raid Roulette, you know?
no, I completely agree. At this point, it's just ridiculous because three out of 4 times you're getting that. That's what you're getting. So.
And just for everyone that's aware, we have 3, 6, 9, 12. We have 14 Alliance raids right now. We'll have 15 in 6.5.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
9 times out of 10, you're getting one of the first 3.
Yep.
Oh.
You're getting one of the Crystal Raid Alliance raids. So.
Which, I mean, most new people coming into the game, it's their fault we're getting it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if they're new and it's their first time in, no problem. We can eat that as long as someone's level 50 to 59. You know what you're getting. It is what it is. It's one of those unfortunate things. But when everybody's level 60 plus, but we don't unlock the 60 Alliance raid, or when you do other ones, they do a little thing called eye level cheese. They take off gear before they queue up. So they force themselves and other people to get Crystal Tower. For whatever purpose and reason, it makes no sense to me, at least. I don't know about Craster, but it makes no sense. Why unlock things and then be afraid to do them?
People do it because it takes less time to do Crystal Tower because we are so overpowered now. And it's not because like we get the same eye level going into Crystal Tower. We're synced down to it. But the issue is the scaling, right? We do so much damage, and some of the classes were not meant to be made for that content.
So. No, anything past ARR was not made with Labyrinth and all the others in mind at all.
No.
They do too much damage.
No. Yeah, no.
What else?
Alright, so let's see. We get Grand Company stuff. Yeah, we got Ultima's Bane.
Oh, Beast Tribes were added in 2.1.
Alright.
Okay.
Sylphs and Amalja. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Not bad. So you got the little quests here for the Sylphs, the Amajala, vendors. Okay.
Guild leads. Do we have those anymore?
Isn't that roulette? Or no, that's Guild Hests. Guild Hests are heist.
Oh wait, guild leaves. Those are the ones that like you can get in like Corthus and stuff like that, right? The Grand Company levies.
Oh yeah, for the Zodiac relics and stuff.
Yeah, shoot me, dear God.
Oh my God, that was the only reason I ever did those things. But yeah, it just looks like a lot of stuff is like, hey, everything got increased for this. Please do this kind of content.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that looks like.
Jeez. Guild Hest changes, which nobody does Guild Hest anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's a shame because some of them actually teach you how to CC, even though nobody fucking CCs in this game to save their life. Fates, okay.
Yeah, they added some stuff for Fates. Okay.
Dungeons. Oh, the Odin and Behemoth. Okay. Oh, the Pharaoh Sirius got added. My personal orchestral sound. Pharaoh Sirius, top ARR dungeon for music. I'll fight anybody about it. Copper.
We can skip through the dungeons. We don't need to look over these. Alright, I don't care about those. It's just dungeon changes. Crystal Tower, yes, that was above. Yes.
Oh yeah, back when 2 tanks were mandatory for the Alliance raid.
Oh yeah, you didn't have that. Nowadays it's just one. You get 1 and 5 DPS.
Mm-hmm.
2 healers and 5 DPS.
Which is why you'll see it's a trope they've used since Heaven's Ward. Now it's you'll see 3 enemies, and 9 times out of 10, all the alliances just merge them together and burn that stuff down.
Yep.
I could be wrong. It could also have been during Circus Tower, because the enemies are very close in a 3-man group across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Extremes.
Yeah.
Garuda, the booba.
Garuda da Booba.
Chicken Nuggy.
I gotta love Chicken Nuggy.
Our son's favorite encounter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Oh, Ifrit. The worst trial before they changed it.
It's still not that great, by the way.
Listen, I'll take it as it is now compared to what it once was. A landslide.
Mm-hmm.
This is just telling us that damage inflicted, blah, 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 blah.
This is all just average item level.
Look at that 70, Crest to 70!
Man. I can't wait till we get another stat squish again.
Wolves Den PvP Arena had been added. 2.1. Interesting.
Alright. I thought PvP was already in the game.
Oh, I think it means the arena that's actually in the Wolves Den zone. That little arena you go beat your friends up in. I think you could queue for that.
Oh.
During the match, the title fresh me. Sorry.
That's hilarious. Yeah, now it's just you just go and click on somebody and say, hey, you want to fight?
Pretty much. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh yeah, all these unnecessary skills for...
Scroll past all these. This is just PvP crap.
Oh, shit. Look at that blue gear. Oh, treasure hunts were added in 2.1. Okay.
They added a lot in 2.1. Like, damn.
Yeah, I wasn't lying when I said this thing. I read it over, and it was like, a lot of stuff was thrown in game. Holy crap.
They could have added PvP into 2.2 or 2.3, and it would have been just fine.
Yeah. Oh. Changes have been made to Grand... Oh, this is all dumb shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This was all just the rank stuff. Yeah, this is unimportant.
Free company housing now. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and this is just showing you each of the zones. Get in the zone. Auto zone. Mist Village got... Okay, this is all just housing price. God damn! Hold on, back that up. Oh, I forgot when Balmung was part of fucking whatchamacallit. Holy shit! Look at all of those. That's a lot. Oh, best server right here. Right there, best server.
Does Brynhilder even exist?
Let me go back up a little bit. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
This is an alright server. For anyone playing, this is an alright server.
Yeah, one's alright.
There's some alright people that play there. Yeah. But Mount Burrow's the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, just showing us how to actually do things, okay.
We can actually set up indoor furnishing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Esthetician was added into one.
I forget about him all the freaking time. All the freaking time.
With the exception of rental chocobos, when players attempt to enter a city state of mind. Huh! I'll be damned, that's actually kind of nice. Oh,
it's Morgana.
Oh, here's some battle changes.
Dear God, let's not go over them. That's a whole video by itself. Oh my God, get out of there.
Oh, yeah, we gotta keep scrolling. New enemies have been added, etc., etc., etc.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
You just released the game in 2.0. You didn't need to do. Did you really need this many updates in 2.1? We are still in 2.1, right? Like, we haven't accidentally scrolled to 2.2 or anything, right?
No, this is all still 2.1.
Oh my god, look at this. This is nuts.
I told you that they were like, whoa, 200 pounds of shit be upon you. Holy crap. New dives have been added. God damn, guys.
Aw, the good names.
Elegant Blade. Oh. The high level of the following years.
Yeah, nobody uses this gear anymore. You just go straight for Ironworks now.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know what it was at first. I had to like reread it 7 times and still couldn't understand the English language.
I mean, true.
You know what, motherfucker?
I'm right there with you.
Okay, this is all attributes that mean dog and or shite.
Yeah, they don't mean anything nowadays. That's the worst part. Like, all this is useless information right here.
But we're still throwing it at you.
Oh, absolutely. It's good to know where we came from. That's the whole
Oh.
point of this series, is look back, kind of let's see what we got. EXP gained from quick synthesis has been doubled. That's nice.
Nice.
I wonder if they turn that back down. It's all crafting stuff, alright. Gathering. Still haven't finished mine, by the way, on PV.
Oh, this is where we got some of the new
got
mounts.
Alright. And
Oh,
minions.
the little stabby.
Stab.
Duty roulette has been added to the duty fund. Look at that! 4!
Wait, low level, high level? Give me that back! Give me that back!
But we can't have it anymore, Craster.
Wait a minute, high level is probably just like expert or something now.
Yeah, high level would have been the expert equivalent, like whatever 3 or 4 dungeons they had at the time. Oh, look at those tombstones. What the fuck?
Oh my god. That's not poetics.
No, this is poetics were like the final
Thing of it.
tombstones.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, low level. Okay. Yeah, all the way up to Cape Westwind, there was no trial or anything. Bro.
What's Cape Westwind? That doesn't exist anymore, Smile.
high duty. Wanderer's Palace, Amberport,
it's
top.
expert.
Yep.
Okay, so high level is just expert. Okay, cool. Because we have decade, as me and you like to call it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, you coined the term. I just parroted it, and everyone agreed it sounded better.
It's because it's easier. Poor Guildhest.
Guildhest left out in the end. The player accommodation.
Okay.
Dude, this is actually fun. Yo! The vote to dismiss function was added in 2.1. What?
Jesus.
How do you make a whole game and you can't kick someone? What? You know what? Different culture.
You know what though? 2.1, right? 2.1 was their first thing after re-releasing ARR, so.
True. Very true.
Because they had 1.0, then the crash of 1.0, and then they released ARR, and then they had 2.1, so. This is their first true.
And I know what they say when they went on record and stuff. Like I'm gonna put some air quotes here, but they didn't really have their findings yet to what they were really wanting to do for the story going forward. It was just kind of like they stumbled and made shit work for a little bit.
Yeah. Nowadays, they're like, oh, we have 10 years worth of stuff planned. Oh, you do? Damn.
Well, they had 10 years to get it all sorted. Smile.
Yeah.
Holy crap, bro. Yo, so wild. Okay, these are all achievements.
Yep, those are all still in there.
Okay. The sort function was
Alright.
alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Slash item sort condition category. Oh,
I wonder if that's still a thing.
I don't know. I'm about to go fucking try it after this foodcast. Sort condition. Oh, okay.
I mean, like, there's options within character configuration now where you can do the whole sorting thing. You know what I mean? And how you
True.
want it sorted.
Holy actual shit.
I don't know if you. Alright, so stop really quick. Stop scrolling really quick. So, I don't know if you noticed, but if you look on the right hand side of your screen, we're only halfway down this freaking page.
Yeah.
There's still more!
I wasn't lying when I said they were like, whoa, 200 pounds of shit shit.
Dear God. Square Enix, what were you thinking?
Holy crap. I think we're all into like the small tidbits right now.
Yeah, I don't see anything major being done right now.
My
Belts
beauty.
don't exist.
My beauty. Where did the belts go? Could you imagine belts still being in this goddamn game, Crest?
There's no reason for it. It just took up spots.
Oh, shit.
What they really need to do, talking about items while we're scrolling really quick. What they really need to do is take our key items and get rid of like 2 blocks. There's no reason to have more than 2 blocks for key items, and add that in somewhere else in the game. Give me some extra ring space, some other accessory spaces, add more item inventory space. I don't care what you do with it. Give me more though, because I don't need freaking 4 blocks first of key items.
Oh, okay. So this is the original. I gotta look at this because this will always mess me up. So, the original Aether data center was Adamantoise, Balmung, Cactuar, Coral, Fairy, Gilgamesh, Goblin, Mateus, Midgorsamer, Sarkatanus, Tyron, and Zalera?
Okay. And
Yo,
Bryn used to be Primal. Let's go.
let's go, Malboro 2! And then they removed us and gave us Crystal, and Aether and Primal are still like, no, Crystal readers are not allowed. Oh, Christ. Oh, that's another thing. As an off topic while we're scrolling,
Yeah.
I continued to watch that video about Arthas's thing.
Yeah.
He did follow it up by saying, as long as you can understand Japanese and be able to type to them in English, but you understood what they said, or you're able to type in Japanese, they'll let you, as a non-Japanese person, play within their group.
It's not how it's being portrayed.
No. But that's one of the etiquettes over there. As long as you can understand them, they'll play with you. But if you can't understand them, to them it's a waste of their time. And I'm like, you know what? I guess that's kind of fair, because the people who half-assed through Google Translate out there kind of fucked it for the rest of the people.
I mean, what is all this? What's this?
Oh, this is all PvP gear?
Yeah. We can scroll through that. I don't need that.
I mean, another thing is apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, I'll double back and check, but apparently Crystal players are getting removed from parties now on other data centers.
It's over NJP specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting removed. I was like, yo.
And someone made a one about Famfrit as well for some reason. Specifically Famfrit. No idea why.
What is Famfrit on?
I think it's EU.
Holy Christ, look at all these items!
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Give me this. No.
Oh, no, keep going.
Okay.
No,
We're gonna keep.
Yeah. Keep going.
That's dies.
Yep.
That's more stuff. There's
Not-
more stuff.
I'd say I'm not reading all of this. Keep going. I think that's it. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, we're good. We're done.
That's only the 2.1. No, it's time to go to 2.15.
No, we can skip through the 2.15.
You want to skip through the one?
We'll go through them quick.
Okay.
Let's go through them quick. Only the big stuff. Like I'm not worried about the guild leaves, guild dungeons.
New dungeons.
I wish that they had the table of contents so we could just look through that quick, like they do nowadays.
Yeah, I don't think that was honestly added. I think until
like Shadowbringers.
I want to say Stormblood.
Ah, damn.
I can double check. But yeah, this is all just, I guess, new things added. Yep, that was easy. That was nothing. What did we get with this?
Guild leaves, quests. Some minor adjustments.
Okay, so they added the Chimera and the Hydra from the Relic in there. Okay. Yeah. New fates, free company features have been added.
You can view company profiles now. Submit applications. Cool. You can withdraw them.
Market boards and summoning bells were added. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Furnishings, battle system. Okay, so certain enemies were.
Oh, this is when they started adding action indicators.
Yo.
Because they realized we're bad NA players.
A Dripazin. Dripazin representing with the Roby Dobies. Oh, this is when they added the master stuff. Okay. Okay.
Oh, this is when the preview thing for dice.
Okay. Ready check was added.
Can't believe that wasn't before.
A wish list was now set to the market. That's cool.
Is that even still there?
Yeah, it should still be there, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, there's all the achievements, blah, 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 blah.
I just don't think we use it.
No. Yeah, this is okay. Oh, waymarks were added.
There you go.
Bro, I could not imagine trying to do a fucking raid without markers anymore.
Oh, look at that. They actually made it so you can see the hitboxes now.
Let's go. Okay, so this is before Shadowbringers. This is after Shadowbringers. Oh, no, this is Endwalker boss hitboxes. Tell me I'm wrong.
Nope.
Okay, so it looks like macros, blah, blah, blah. Just general settings. Okay, we're moving on to 2.2.
Alright, what do we got?
Through the Maelstrom.
So this would be all about Leviathan. Yeah. Okay, wait. Hold on. So let's see. We got some clickables here. So playable content. We'll go through that. We'll skip through the items in the system. So once we're done with the battle system, we can move on to the next one because we don't need to know about the issues and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Yeah. So here's just all the quest names and stuff.
Alright, let's scroll through that.
Damn, they really did add a shit ton. Oh yeah, they added the second raid. Second coil. Oh, King Mugomog Extreme and Leviathan.
Mm-hmm. Those extremes or those normals?
The King Lives is the extreme because he was introduced in 2.1. I think Oral of a Time is normal.
Okay.
I think. Could be very well wrong. Oh, more Hildebrand. Okay, just a whole bunch of new side quests. Okay. Alright, new dungeons. That's cool. The Kobold and Sahagin Beast tribes were added in 2.2.
Makes sense. The relic
the
weapon
best
started.
part, the
Okay.
saga of the Zodiac weapons has been added.
Okay, so 2-2 is when they added the here. Is that how it is now as well? Is it always the second patch? Is that when they start adding them in?
The ARR ones actually started a little earlier than 2-2 because they had the Chimera and the Hydra, which are required for uh, a step in the relic themselves. I think they were 2-1.
Well, yeah, we saw them in the patch notes, but the actual relic quest started here. It looks like. So that's what I'm saying. So like nowadays in Endwalker, when did we get the first step of the Manderville ones?
Uh,
Not last
Six?
patch.
no, I think it was 6.1.
6.2? 1?
Yeah, I think it was 6.1 because it was like a 615 eye level, and then 6.3 it went up to a 630 eye level because it rivaled anything up until the Savage.
Mm.
And then at the butt end of 6.4, when we get to 6.45, we'll get the relic weapons to go up to, I want to say, 6.45.
Aren't we in 6.4 now?
Well, 6.40 or 6.45, but we're not in 6.45 yet.
No, we're in 6.4 right now. We're still in the main because we just got Savage. Well, not just. It was 7 weeks ago, but we're about to get 6.45.
Yeah, so we'll be getting the next updatable Manderville weapons soon.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was 6.45 or 6.5 when we got the Alliance raid.
6.5 is when we'll get the last Alliance raid, and then I think 6.55 or 5.8 is the last step to the Manderville weapons.
Gotcha. Probably 5.5 because 5.8 unlocks Savage.
Yeah. Let's see, just leave guild or those things getting increased. Okay, so these got nerfed. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll through because it's just 3 new dungeons. Which
Yeah.
I wish we'd get more than one dungeon, to be honest with you.
Same.
I would like to. I would like like they do for when the expansion comes out. There's a story one and then there's 2. I don't care if it's a story one and then 1 bonus one, but I would love to have at least 3 options.
I wish Expert had 3 options instead of 2.
Oh, but then we'd have to eye level sync. No, you don't. Just make 2 of them non-eye level and make the one from the last patch eye level, please. Let's see. Yeah, that's all just stuff to do with that. Yep. Oh, this one also brought in the extreme version as well, Craster.
Okay.
Yeah, Lord of Worlds. Horror. Oh, Horror of a Time. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that one was that. Yeah, the King Lives is the extreme. Oh, this is when they started adding in the mounts.
The mounts, yep.
The ponies.
They're pretty easy to get now, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. First when I received the power of the Echo and all the trials. Okay. Okay, and even up in the extremes. All right, that's nice. So this is when they started doing all of that. Good. How are you gonna have turn 2 be 73 or above, but turn 2 73, but turn 3 is 70? Bro, Avatar was much more demanding than the Snake Lady, in my opinion.
Who knows?
Ah, well.
And then we're into the
Square
items.
Enix knows. Yeah, this is all just stuff to buy with your Grand Company seals and the rank required. And it's all the same thing.
Wonderful.
Yep. all that. Bro, we're not even we're about a quarter of the way down. Jesus. Alright,
Yeah,
but
but
we're
now we're
only
going
going to
into
combat.
yeah, we got some housing stuff.
Yeah, housing's unimportant unless you're into that, but for this podcast, I'm not big into housing, to be honest.
Nope, still don't have a house. The only reason I even have any housing stuff is because I have a house in my free company. So
Challenge log was added. That's nice.
yeah,
Oh, new hairstyles. Look upon these hairstyles and weep, Vieira and Hrothgar
I was gonna
players.
say I bet you that they don't work for Vieira. Maybe Hrothgar, but not Vieira.
You know damn well if they had tried to pull that stunt with removing Vieira ears for certain hairstyles, dude, there would have been riots.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now we're in the battle system. Solidarity. Or Soldari. New items. Okay.
Got some dyes.
New crafting recipes. Oh, you couldn't even click tabs. You had to go to straight master.
That's because there
Dude,
was
the
only
work,
the one at that time.
bro. I literally on Brew and Micro, I got the first and second master books on all my crafters.
Wait, you got number 1 and number 2, or did you get number 3?
No, I got number 1 and 2.
Why?
So in case, for whatever reason, on the off chance one person we know is like, hey, I'd like this, and everyone's like, I don't have that book, I could be like, bam, bitch, get me these materials. And I will craft it for you.
Dude, the stuff you have to go through to get the Master Recipe 1 and 2 books are ridiculous.
It wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to, at least on Malboro. The stuff to buy to get the stuff was dirt cheap. I'm talking, I think, for each book, 1 and 2 for all my crafters. For
Mhm.
both characters, I think I spent a total of, realistically, like 90,000 gil.
That is cheap.
That's why I sat there as I did it. I was like, I know Craster and a few other people said that these things are expensive or they're just a pain in the ass. I was like, this is actually real easy, but I think I got off lucky.
You got lucky, alright. You got lucky, my friend.
Oh yeah, the even back in ARR they had fucking the crafting tools and stuff. Like the relic and stuff, whatever, that we get now, but they weren't considered relics and glow. Oh, fishing action. Okay, system, it's done.
Cool.
We got all the way to system. Oh shit, we even went to items. We were only supposed to go down to battle system.
It's fine. It is what it is.
Okay, so 2.221.
Adjustments to the binding coils.
Yep. Okay, so the binding coil got the first one, got its 10% echo. Our countermeasures to prevent exploits. I'm interested to know what did they exploit? That's what I'm interested in at another time. And that's it. Everything else is just sleeper notes.
Resolved issues and such.
Oh, okay. So 225 is when they added in overmelding. Interesting. Because that's where you had to put something in and out 8 times for materia. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this was the buff to the turn 1. The tidal wave shield and buckler have been added as rewards to holy. Oh. Oh. Neat. Okay. Battle system max rank added to. Oh, this is when we got the cool little stupid gear. Let's go.
Yeah, I remember that stuff.
All right. 228.
Yep.
Before. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The Saga of the Zodiac weapons. Okay. Okay, so this was the Novus step. Okay.
Okay. So this is what, step 3?
Yeah, because this brings us up to 110, so the only thing left was 25 eye levels, would have been the last things. Oh my god. The friggin' materia one, I hated that shit.
So annoying.
Everyone wanted to charge so much money for the 1, 2s, and 3s, but I'm like, you guys are smart capitalist bastards. Because I would do the same shit.
I was gonna say, how else you gonna get it?
You know damn well we ain't fucking doing low level stuff. We're running with low level gear.
Mm-mm.
Alright. 2.3 Defenders of Eorzea. Alright. This is what introduced Ramu and other neat aspects of the story. Okay. Lord of Leven. Don't care, Ramu's still probably my favorite ARR trial.
Yeah, you actually had to do things.
New Chronicles of the Air quests have been added. Psyker's Tower, Judgment Bolts and Lightning.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they removed the completion of the Bowl of Embers. Extreme is no longer required to undertake Leviathan or Thorn March. Both extremes. Huh.
I didn't know that used to be a requirement. Alright.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. More Hildebrand. Oh, the delivery Moogle? Yep, this was the first step because there it is. Finish the ultimate weapon. Huh. Dude, I've still never done the fucking delivery Moogle quest line, man.
The which one?
The delivery Moogle. I've never done this on either of my characters.
Do you need to?
No, I've just never done them.
I didn't even know there was a delivery Moogle questline. What do you get for doing it?
That is an answer I don't have for you, my friend. Here's where you unlocked Second Coil Savage.
Sing me another song.
Okay, so here's the other side quests. Greatest line bouts.
The greatest story never told is here one.
Huh.
I don't understand. Oh.
Cipher clues. Okay.
I tried doing this once. Gave up. Never went back to it.
Okay, Hullbreaker Isle, Tamtara Har, blah blah blah. New Grampin. Oh, why is English so hard, Crash?
Grand Company stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Treasure hunts, levies.
Unhidden maps.
Yeah. This one they actually put the treasure maps in. Or more treasure maps, I should say.
Man's best friend. Brave New World, blah 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 blah.
I think we're going in, and then there's housing. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Sorry, there was a mosquito flying in front of my screen. I just had to kill it.
I don't blame you.
I don't want it sucking my blood.
Nope.
I'm not getting paid for it to suck my blood, so can't have it for free.
That's right.
My wife is just telling me, shut the fuck up. Oh, this is when you were able to start buying private chambers. Okay. Okay, now we're back at items, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Get us out of that. 3-5. What came in with 2-3-5? The Ixal Beast Tribe.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
I still haven't done that.
Dude, I haven't done... I have all the mounts from the ARR Beast Tribes, but I've never done that. Okay. Okay, so they changed up the map thing that they gave clusters instead of shards. Okay. Okay. Alright. Nothing really super noteworthy in that, outside of a few things. Okay.
So what are we in 245 now?
This is 238.
238. Sorry, misread.
Okay, so this was the final step for 2-3. Brings your relic to 115.
Okay.
Or 115. Did I say 215 or 115?
I think you said 115. I think you're good.
Okay. 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 Yeah, there's the Nexus.
And then you're back into items again. Okay.
Yep. Alright, so now 2.4!
Alright. So this is where Shiva came into place. We were introduced to Moonbreeda, all that fun stuff.
The one thing I know the gentleman we watched glossed over was 2.4 is actually where we'll also see the introduction of Rogue and Ninja.
Yes.
Playable content.
There's our MSQ.
Uh-huh. Fragments of Truth. Alisaie's Path, which would bring us... Oh, that's the finale. More Hildebrand. More Delivery Moogle. Oh, this is where they increase the drop rate for the Atma crystals. Bum, bum. Oh, they're slacking, Crasser. They only gave us 2 dungeons this patch.
Yeah. Slackers. There's Rogue.
Alright, yep, the Rouge. Alright, Ninja. Wait, what did you have to... You had to have Rogue 30 and Pugilist 15. You know what? That checks out, though.
That checks out. For back then, that checks out.
Yeah. There it is with the introduction of Tombstone of Poetics. Oh shit. Huh? Oh wait, we can get Imperial Shadow Visors? Oh, let's fucking go. Don't judge me, Craster. Alright, this is all... Are we down back to items finally, or...?
Yeah, it looks like it's system stuff at this point.
Okay. Alright, what did we get with 241? The first phase of the Echo to second coil. Okay.
Oh, there's the requirement for self-management.
Yep.
I still don't understand why that was necessary.
I don't understand why when you don't hit 30, there's like you can't access anything until you finish this quest.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is just telling us things that got resolved, blah, 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 and no longer. Okay, so this is the big step for the Zodiac weapon. Spriggan Cap.
Oh, there you go. The internal bonding.
Okay. That's when that got added.
So just before. Okay.
Okay. Oh god, TP hasn't been in. Get me off of this
stop.
page before I vomit.
Dear God.
Don't judge me. Okay.
No, I'm not judging, I promise. Fucking hell.
Alright. Alright, part 1 of 2.5.
Yeah, this one, while you're scrolling, this one's weird because it also had its own patch called the Manderville Saucer. And we got more Hildebrand set requests, okay.
Beneath the map, okay. More delivery Moogle. New, a legend for a legend. I think that's when, yeah, okay. That's like when you get your max rank with each of the beast tribes.
Mm.
Or, no, that's the mount. Never mind. I had to actually read the names.
Yeah, those are the mounts.
Oh, 2 dungeons again. I don't know what to do, guys. You guys need to pick your slack up.
Sorry, we only get one now, so.
I know, and it's sad that they won't do anymore. Like, that actually makes me sad. I don't know, baby.
Let's see. Grand Company.
Because I don't like the bristles on that one yet. It's not. Sorry, I was having to brush my beard. Okay, so this is the same item across all 3 grand companies. Okay.
And then just housing stuff. Okay.
Okay. And then... Oh, new hairstyles.
Yeah.
Basic as fuck. Oh, shit, never mind. Okay, here we go. Craster's favorite 50 dungeon.
It is. I like Midgårdssommar. Fucker should have woke up for Endwalker, but he didn't. Just fucking asshole.
Earth's Fount. Oh, battle in the Big Keep. Ah, yes. The one alliance raid that always whoops the dog shit out of most people. World of Darkness. Okay. Just telling us what got sent to what. Oh, Craster, they did it!
Yep, that's when they did it.
And they added trials!
We actually get more things to do. Well, we have all this now, but. Small
This must have been like a,
lights.
oh shit. Okay. Okay, this is just all PvP stuff now. Nothing important unless you PvP. Alright, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
There's a whole Manderville Gold Saucer one just by itself.
Oh, why? Oh, and this was it, Craster. When you did this Zodiac thing, you got 135 weapon.
Yeah, this is the last step, right? The Zetas?
Yep. Yes, sir. Because 135 was weapon cap at the time. Just like when we get trial or our weapons to 665. Trial. Huh. Oh, that's it. Because now we're in items.
Yep.
Alright.
We can skip the Manderville one. Yeah, that's just gonna be just the Gold Saucer.
Oh, okay, so this is where part 2 picks up. Steps of Faith, still a trial that I unfortunately half-ass missed some days. Because it was just stupid as shit and easy.
It was easy.
Okay, Chocobo Racing, nobody cares. Oh, here it is. We were just talking about it, Craster. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright, so 256 was the release of all the gear. Alright. Alright, now we're at items. Is that 256 I was just on, or was that 255?
Scroll down more.
Okay.
Oh, I think that was
Nope,
two.
that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
And then 257, the last patch notes before 3.0, and the only thing they did was increase echo, and they nerfed the shit out of the Steps of Fate. Yeah, that's it, buddy.
Poor
That's
Bishop.
all there was.
It
All right.
was a nice look back, though. I mean,
It was some interesting stuff.
let me close that really quick. So all in all, a lot of oh crap, we didn't do this right in the first time, so we're gonna fix it through 2.1 through 2.5, right?
Yeah. But also, it was probably like a lot of his team. I'm gonna assume everyone was green at the time.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of people that were definitely on his team, we could all see they were green. It was a lot of, like you said, they had to put out fires that they had started because they had fixed something and then a fire started. It's like, ah, shit. Or like we both were joking about some just quality of life things that should have been in the game, but it's a completely different culture over in JP instead of like NA and EU.
Right.
So that's probably. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say so because the way I view it is like a lot of us NA people and even the Europeans, we're very abrasive compared to most average Japanese players that are very just they get in, get their shit, and then leave. Whereas if like with us, we'll call you out on something just because that's just the nature of our upbringing and like the whole way our society over here is.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So they were probably like, "Oh, fuck, we forgot." It's one of those. In hindsight, we should have probably added a feature to remove a player, whether it's they're being, toxic, or some people's power went out or something, just something you couldn't control, and now you're stuck with a dead instance, so to speak, because you can't progress because one of the vital roles are gone or whatever.
Right. Which it is what it is, It happens. So.
We're still they were in their learning stages still.
Oh, for sure. Want to definitely give another shout out to Dr. Coker's gaming channel. I think I said his name wrong the first time. Apologies.
He's gonna Dr. Choke you the fuck out.
Yeah, he might. His name is Dr. Coker though, so appreciate it big time for the videos. We'll probably revisit some of his newer ones. Maybe we'll start with Go the Heaven's Ward next time. Go from there. Brew, any final thoughts?
I was a little more surprised than I was with some of the features or just the things that were added story-based wise, like we said earlier in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The whole brief mention of Omega, and then a few other things that you and I we swore didn't happen, but did, like the dude getting assassinated or Moan Brita sacrificing herself to destroy the R site. Like I said, I thought she was killed. I thought that he just straight up threw shit through her aether and that's what killed her. And I was like, bro. But it's nice to revisit and actually, as where we are perspective wise and story wise, it's nice to go back and look and actually, like you said, see how things were and just learn a thing or two,
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, how about you tell our fine viewers where they can find you, any socials, any details, anything you got going on?
You can find me on twitch.tv/littlebrewski93. And you can find me at the same name on Twitter if you want to. Right now, outside of scheduled Watt days, which is Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays, I am currently finishing up my Fallout stream. I'm currently finishing up New Vegas, and then I'll be moving on to Fallout 4. So come on out and sit down and watch me get mad at a video game as a grown-ass adult.
You're gonna pick up 16?
Oh, the next time I go uptown, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem, Chief, is I gotta go uptown and I'm gonna go get a physical copy.
You're gonna get a physical? Okay.
Or just order it off Amazon. One of the two is gonna happen first. I just got so many games backlogged that I have to finish, man.
Yo, I feel that. I have games on my PS5 right now like, hey, you ever gonna touch me again? And I'm like, maybe. You can find me at Crester92 on twitch.tv. I don't really do much else on that, so social medias are not a go. Check out our YouTube channel here. This is episode 3. I don't know if we're going to continue the series, if we're going to do something different. Maybe we'll discuss that on the side. But we definitely want to get this podcast going again, and we'll see how it goes. But once again, thank you all the viewers. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and we will catch you guys next time. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.